Imagine waking up exactly 5 years from this moment. You look at your phone, check your net worth, and realize you've done it. You aren't just doing okay, you are wealthy. You have the house, the freedom, and most importantly, the peace of mind that comes with never having to worry about a bill again. You didn't win the lottery, you didn't wait for an inheritance. And you didn't spend the last 60 months grinding yourself into exhaustion. You created this reality with a surgical, 5-year plan. Most people will spend the next 5 years drifting, hoping things get better. But hope is not a financial strategy. Today, I am going to tell you exactly what I would do if I had to go from zero to wealthy in the next 60 months. This is the Aggressive Wealth Blueprint, the actionable, year-by-year steps to transform your life. Welcome back. Wealth is not a mystery, it's a math problem. If you apply the right variables over the right amount of time, the result is inevitable. If you're ready to stop hoping and start building, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's look at the 1825-day countdown to your freedom. 1. The psychological hard reset. In year 1, I wouldn't even focus on the money yet. I would focus on the software. You cannot build $1 million life with a $1,000 mindset. I would spend the first 12 months aggressively consuming information. I'd read the biographies of the people I want to emulate. I would stop seeing money as something to spend and start seeing it as capital to deploy. The wealth shift. Wealthy people don't buy stuff to feel rich, they buy assets to stay rich. 2. The high-income skill sprint. You cannot save your way to wealth on a $40,000 salary. It's mathematically impossible. In year 1, my primary job is to increase my shovel. I would spend every evening learning a high-income skill that the 2026 economy demands: AI-integrated marketing, high-ticket sales, or specialized data analysis. The wealth shift. Your income is the fuel for your wealth engine. If the fuel tank is small, the car won't go far. 3. Extreme lifestyle compression. In year 2, as my new skills start to pay off and my income rises, I would do the opposite of what everyone else does. I would live like I'm still broke. This is the gap strategy. If I'm earning $10,000 a month but living on $3,000, that $7,000 is a wealth seed. The wealth shift. Lifestyle inflation is the #1 killer of dreams. Discipline in year 2 buys the luxury in year 10. 4. The first $100,000 grind. Charlie Munger, the late investing legend, said the first $100,000 is a total nightmare, but you must do it. In year 2, I would be funneling every spare cent into low-cost, high-growth index funds and ETFs. I want to hit that 6-figure mark as fast as humanly possible because that's when the compounding engine actually starts to hum. The wealth shift. Your first $100,000 is the most important employee you will ever hire. 5. Strategic debt and AMP, real estate. By year 3, I have capital and a high income. Now, I would use leverage. I wouldn't just buy stocks, I would look at cash-flowing real estate. I would use good debt, low-interest loans to control assets that appreciate and pay rent. Leverage allows you to grow wealth using the bank's money while you keep the profit. The wealth shift. Labor is a slow way to get rich. Leverage is the fast way. 6. Building the network fortress. They say your network is your net worth, but in year 3, I'd make it literal. I would join masterminds, attend high-level conferences, and take the $500 lunch with a mentor. 1. Insider tip or one partnership in year 3 can be worth more than a decade of hard work. The wealth shift. Access to the right rooms is a shortcut that money can actually buy. 7. The pivot to systems, the business. In year 4, I would stop working for money and start owning systems. Whether it's an e-commerce brand, a SaaS product, or a content-led business, I want to decouple my time from my income. I want to build a machine that produces value 24/7. The wealth shift. If you can't earn money while you're on a plane or at the gym, you aren't wealthy. You just have a high-paying job. 8. Automation and tax shielding. By now, the tax man is my biggest enemy. In year 4, I would work with a high-level tax strategist to ensure I'm keeping as much as possible. I would automate every investment and every bill. My financial life should be a self-driving car by this point. The wealth shift. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and how little time it takes to manage it. 9. Portfolio rebalancing and exit strategies. In year 5, I would look at the wealth machine I've built. I'd sell off high-risk assets and move into freedom assets, dividend-paying stocks, paid-off rental properties, and bonds. The goal of year 5 isn't more, it's permanent. The wealth shift, the transition from getting rich to staying rich, is the final psychological hurdle. 10. The freedom audit. At the end of the 5 years, I would do a time audit. If my passive income covers my ideal lifestyle, I have won. I would decide exactly how I want to spend the next 40 years. Wealth isn't about the Ferrari, it's about the power to say no to anything that doesn't serve your purpose. The wealth shift. Financial freedom is the ability to live life on your own terms. 11. The tax shield strategy. As you move into years 4 and 5, your biggest expense won't be your rent or your car, it will be taxes. Wealthy people don't just focus on the top-line income, they focus on net after-tax wealth. I would work with a specialized tax strategist to move from earned income, taxed at the highest rates, to passive and capital gains income, taxed at lower rates. I'd utilize tools like the 1031 exchange in real estate or tax loss harvesting in my stock portfolio to keep the compounding machine running without the government taking a massive cut every year. The wealth shift. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. Strategy in your tax planning can be the difference between retiring in 5 years or 10. 12. Anti-fragility and black swan protection. Wealth can be built in 5 years, but it can be destroyed in 5 minutes if you aren't protected. By year 5, I would ensure my plan is anti-fragile. This means having an ironclad emergency fund, 6 to 12 months of expenses, the right insurance, umbrella, disability, and term life, and an asset allocation that can survive a black swan event, a sudden market crash or economic shift. Becoming wealthy in 5 years isn't about luck. It's about the 1,825 days of discipline you put in when no one is watching. It's about the skills you learn while others are sleeping. It's about the assets you buy while others are buying stuff. This plan is simple, but it is not easy. It requires you to be weird for 5 years so you can be free for 50. The math works, the strategy works, and the 2026 economy is full of opportunity. The only missing variable is you. The next 5 years are going to pass anyway. You can either spend them drifting, or you can spend them building. Which one is it going to be? If you're committing to this 5-year blueprint, type, "I am building," in the comments. Let's hold each other accountable. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe for more deep dives into wealth mechanics, and share this with the one friend you want to be wealthy with. The clock starts now. I'll see you in the next one.